The sun beat down, the New Mexico desert shimmered, the Santa Fe Hotel stood alone, a beacon in a sea of sand. Built in the 1800s, the hotel had seen it all. Gold rushes, gunfights, and the changing tides of history, but it was the whispers of tragedy that truly clung to its adobe walls. Stories of a haunting, passed down through generations. The air hung heavy with the past, as if the desert itself held its breath. And within the hotel's cool, shadowed interiors, a story unfolded. A story of love, loss, and the restless spirits that walked its halls. The story began with a name, Isabella. A beautiful young woman who arrived at the hotel in 1880. Her husband, a wealthy rancher, had brought her seeking respite from the desert heat. Isabella was full of life, they said. Her laughter echoed through the hotel's courtyard, but their happiness was short-lived. Isabella fell ill, struck down by a mysterious fever. Her husband was devastated. He stayed by her side, but to no avail. Isabella died within weeks. Heartbroken, he left the hotel, never to return. But Isabella's spirit, it seemed, never left. Room 207. Isabella's room. Now a place of whispered tales and strange occurrences. Guests spoke of cold spots, the scent of lavender, and a feeling of being watched. Objects moved on their own. Lights flickered. Whispers seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. The staff, accustomed to the stories, avoided room 207 whenever possible. But some guests, drawn by curiosity or morbid fascination, requested the room. They sought a glimpse of the ethereal, a brush with the unknown. They got more than they bargained for. One night, a renowned pianist, David, decided to stay at the hotel. Drawn by its history, he requested room 207. He wanted inspiration, a story to tell. As he played his piano that night, the room grew cold. A chill ran down his spine. He felt a presence. Turning, he saw her. A woman in white, her face obscured by shadow. Panic seized him. The figure glided closer. David fled the room, the haunting melody of his unfinished piece echoing behind him. He left the hotel that night, never to return. Section 5. Echoes of the Past, Unraveling the Mystery. The stories continued. Each encounter added a new layer to the mystery of Isabella and room 207. The hotel staff, at a loss, decided to investigate. They searched the archives, poring over old guest logs, letters, and records. They hoped to find a clue, an explanation for the haunting. Their search led them to a dusty old trunk tucked away in the attic. Inside, they found a diary, Isabella's diary. Its pages held the key to the mystery, a story of love, betrayal, and a secret that refused to stay buried. Section 6. The Diary, Secrets of a Bygone Era. This diary, bound in worn leather and filled with yellowed pages, holds the whispers of a time long past. It belonged to Isabella, a woman whose life was shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Isabella's words jumped from the page, each entry a window into her soul. Her handwriting, elegant yet hurried, spoke volumes about her state of mind. She wrote of her love for her husband, a man she once adored with all her heart. But as the days turned into nights, her entries took a darker turn. She began to express her growing fear, a fear that gnawed at her every waking moment. She suspected he was hiding something, a dark secret that haunted their marriage. Her once loving words became tinged with suspicion and doubt. What was he hiding? Why did he seem so distant? Her diary entries became more frantic, filled with paranoia and despair. The elegant script turned jagged and uneven, mirroring her troubled mind. She wrote of sleepless nights, of shadows that seemed to move on their own. She wrote of strange occurrences, whispers in the night, and a feeling that she was being watched. The once comforting walls of her home became a prison, each creak and groan a reminder of her growing isolation. She feared for her life. The diary entries painted a picture of a woman on the edge, teetering between reality and madness. Her fear was palpable, each word a cry for help. Then the entries stopped abruptly. The sudden silence was deafening, leaving a void that begged to be filled. What had happened to Isabella? Why did she stop writing? The diary ended on a chilling note. The final entry was a stark contrast to the rest, a desperate plea scrawled in haste. "He is coming for me," she wrote. The words were shaky, the ink smudged as if written in a hurry. It was a message of impending doom, a final testament to her fear. "I can hear his footsteps outside my door." The terror in her words was unmistakable. Each footstep echoed in her mind, a harbinger of the darkness that was closing in on her. The truth, it seemed, was far more sinister than anyone had imagined. The diary with its haunting entries left more questions than answers. What was the dark secret that Isabella's husband was hiding, and what became of Isabella? The answers remain lost to time, buried within the pages of a bygone era. Section 7. Confronting the past. A seance in the night. Determined to find answers, the hotel staff decided to hold a seance. They had heard whispers of the hotel's haunted past, tales of restless spirits and unresolved mysteries. The staff, though skeptical, felt a strange pull to uncover the truth. They meticulously prepared the room, setting the stage for what would be an unforgettable night. They gathered in room 207, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The air grew thick with tension, and the candles flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The room was silent except for the occasional creak of the old wooden floor, and then, a voice broke through the silence, faint at first, then growing stronger. It was Isabella's voice. The staff exchanged nervous glances, their skepticism giving way to a chilling realization. Isabella, a former guest who had met a tragic end, was reaching out from beyond the grave. She spoke of betrayal, of poison, and of a love twisted into something dark. Her voice, filled with sorrow and anger, painted a vivid picture of her final days. The staff listened in stunned silence as Isabella recounted the events that led to her untimely demise. She revealed her husband's secret. A man she had once loved and trusted had been hiding a sinister agenda. The room seemed to grow colder as Isabella's story unfolded, each word dripping with the weight of her betrayal. He had been poisoning her, driven by greed and a desire to claim her inheritance. The staff could hardly believe their ears. The man, once charming and affectionate, had turned into a monster willing to go to any lengths to achieve his goals. Her death, she revealed, was no accident, it was murder. The revelation sent shivers down the spines of everyone present. The seance had uncovered a dark secret, one that had been buried for years. The staff knew that the hotel's haunted past was more real than they had ever imagined. Section 8. The Vanishing and Unsolved Mystery. As quickly as it had begun, the voice faded. The candles sputtered and died. The room was plunged into darkness. When the staff regained their senses, they made a chilling discovery. Isabella's diary was gone, vanished into thin air. The only evidence of her existence, her story, disappeared. The mystery of her death, seemingly solved, was once again shrouded in uncertainty. Had they imagined the entire thing? Was the seance a figment of their collective imagination? Or had Isabella, finally able to share her story, moved on? The truth, it seemed, was lost to the desert winds. Section 9. Lingering shadows, the haunting continues. The Santa Fe Hotel, a place steeped in history and mystery, continues to be a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts and curious visitors alike. Its darkened hallways and shadowy corners seem to whisper secrets of the past, drawing in those who seek to uncover its mysteries. The Santa Fe Hotel still stands, a silent sentinel to the passage of time. Its weathered facade and vintage charm hide the stories of countless souls who have passed through its doors. Each brick and beam holds a piece of history, a fragment of a tale waiting to be told. A testament to time and the secrets it holds. The hotel has seen it all: joy, sorrow, love, and loss. The very air seems thick with the weight of these emotions lingering like a ghostly presence that refuses to fade away. Guests still report strange occurrences in room 207. This room in particular has become infamous for its paranormal activity. Visitors have recounted tales of flickering lights, unexplained cold drafts, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Whispers, cold spots, and the lingering scent of lavender. These phenomena are often attributed to the spirit of Isabella, a former guest whose tragic story has become intertwined with the hotel's legend. Her presence is felt most strongly in room 207, where she is said to have spent her final days. But Isabella's presence feels different now, less vengeful, more mournful. It's as if she is searching for something or someone to bring her peace. Her ghostly figure has been seen wandering the halls, her sorrowful eyes reflecting a deep, unfulfilled longing, as if her spirit, finally freed from its burden of secrecy, can now rest. The once oppressive atmosphere of the hotel has lightened, as if a great weight has been lifted. Yet there remains a sense of melancholy, a reminder of the sadness that once permeated these walls. Or perhaps she remains a permanent resident of the hotel, her story a cautionary tale whispered on the desert breeze. The legend of Isabella has become a part of the hotel's identity, a ghostly thread woven into the fabric of its history. Her story a cautionary tale whispered on the desert breeze. The winds carry her tale far and wide, reaching the ears of those who dare to listen. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of love and loss. One thing is certain, the haunting of the Santa Fe Hotel continues. The spirits of the past are ever present, their stories etched into the very soul of the building. Each creak of the floorboards, each flicker of the lights, is a testament to their enduring presence. A chilling reminder that some secrets refuse to stay buried, and some stories, even in death, are destined to be told. The Santa Fe Hotel stands as a monument to these tales, a place where the past and present intertwine in a dance of shadows and light. And so, the haunting continues, a never-ending story that captivates and terrifies in equal measure. The Santa Fe Hotel remains a place where the past is never truly gone, and the spirits of those who once walked its halls still linger, waiting to share their stories with those who dare to listen.